Hey everybody, I wanted to take a few minutes today to just address some overall concepts and really to kind of outline the cause behind what we do at ITS, where we've always kind of taken the stance of, we provided skill set information and things to that sort, but it's only in events that we've recently experienced, which tragically are affecting a lot of people around the world, and not only in around the United States with now the riots and things like that, but one of the things that's really tough about that is relating it to what we do on a daily basis with skill sets. And I know that things are, very important in terms of like the medical equipment we provide and the skills surrounding those type of things, but it's a little bit harder to explain the concepts that are around the fundamentals with the other things that are important to take into consideration too. So to illustrate that with everything going on around right now in the environment that everybody's in, there's so many things floating around that you can't control. So in that sense, it's kind of like the adage of you can't control what's going on around you, you can only control your reaction to it. And that's really where I feel that we fit in with a lot of or where our cause fits in. So, we've got the skills and the proven techniques, but we're really trying to empower you to be your own insurance policy and prepare for the worst. So I'll get into that a little bit. I wanted to just really address the overall concept, and we've got a podcast going. We're still doing our Gear Tasting Radio podcast, and we're going to talk a lot about this in detail in the podcast, but my main message with the video is to really just kind of address the quick concepts of kind of who we are as a company, because it doesn't really get talked about a lot. Like, we'll do videos from time to time, like last time we talked about survival kits and E&E kits and things like that too, but the overall root of, or the cause of what we do can really be summed up into about 8 different philosophies, if you will. So, and they're really only like 4 groups. So like mind and body are one of them. So that's kind of the mental fortitude and the planning aspect of preparedness. So preparedness is a term that many people weren't really familiar with before the pandemic hit. So now they're like, oh, that's why I need food in the pantry, or that's why I need to keep gas in the car, or et cetera, et cetera. So that's really kind of your mental planning and your mapping, if you will. And we write a lot about that. We talk about a lot of those topics, but that's really the broad description of that in a sense. So then you've got kind of the tradecraft and fieldcraft, and those are ambiguous terms. If you haven't been around the military, sometimes those are not really understandable or decipherable to people too. So really, fieldcraft is more of the outdoor skills. So like the knots you tie, the way you set up camp, that you look for water runoff before you pitch your tent when you're outside. So those are the real common skills that you're using outside, deemed as fieldcraft. And then tradecraft is more that would be more on the escape and evasion side, or escaping from illegal restraint if somebody, zip ties you or something like that. So those tradecraft techniques, or the tools of the trade, as you will, are those techniques to help you in those situations. So tradecraft and fieldcraft are really kind of intertwined, but they're really kind of I guess if I were to sum that up, it's like the hands-on skills, if you will. So it's not just what you have in your toolbox, but it's the actual skill that you can produce when needed. And then you've got kind of I guess you've got privacy and security too. So that kind of sums up under the umbrella of the things you do to on a precautionary or preventative basis. So privacy, like are you keeping people out of your Wi-Fi? It can be as broad as that. Are you using the right locks for your doors? That can be the security aspect of it too. So that's kind of that genre, if you will. And then the last one is just emergency and preparedness. So do you have the medical skills to treat something that you come across, in an emergency? And then the preparedness angle, which we talked about too. Do you have the things, or I don't want to say tools, but really the supplies you need for overcoming adversity that could be presented to you. So that's really kind of the broad stroke of kind of who we are. And if I were to write that, I would just kind of say what we have as the actual cause of the company, which is through proven tools and techniques. We cut through the noise, and we provide the empowerment to unlock the skills to become your own insurance policy and prepare for the worst. So that's kind of the deal there. So And we do that through kind of our awareness, through our messages and our products. And messages are the articles we write, the products are the products we sell in the store. It's not just some generic product list. It really supports those things that we talked about with mind and body, emergency and preparedness, tradecraft and fieldcraft. You'll find that all those things relate to what we carry in the store. It's not just a group of things that we sell, but it pays the bills, and that's really at the end of the day, that's what allows us to keep doing this. That's what allows us to keep the lights on and to continue to drive the message and fulfill our cause that we want to bring to you out there. So that's kind of what ITS is as a whole, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to sum that up. But then also to encourage you to check out the podcast that we'll release. I think we're releasing it Friday, so that will be Gear Tasting Radio. I don't know what episode. We've done a lot of them, so I'm not really sure. But I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and please comment if you've got questions, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon.